and he grabs his head and he's like...
This guy's obsessed with specifically guys.
Yeah, he is. He's not into the ladies, which is fine.
Progressive. Maybe he's just upset because it's 2001 and it's not as socially acceptable.
He's like, no one gets me.
No one gets me. I just want a bigger dick.
Everyone's like, gay?
That creeper's gay. Every 23 years, this gay creeper comes creeping around. Don't worry, ladies. Y'all are safe. It can't be that bad, oh, 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 it can't be that bad. Let's get into it. Baddies, welcome to another episode of ICBTB podcast, also known as It Can't Be That Bad.
No, it can't.
Happy October. It is spoopy season.
Spoopy season.
Look at Kate's shirt, by the way.
You can't. It's a little, it's out of there, but it's a Halloween shirt, goddammit.
It's a bougie Disney Halloween shirt that she got for $25 because it's a kid's large.
It's a kid's large, baby. I said a kid's large. So that's not a brag. That's a sad fact.
That's a brag, I would say. And that's... I know so many people that would love to fit into a kid's large. I would try to fit into a kid's large, but it looked like a crop top.
I would honestly, I wanted this to be way baggier. I wanted to get a 2XL so it could be like a bedtime t-shirt for me. My sister does that. So the reason why I got this shirt was I went to Disney in August with my little sister and her best friend Cassandra. Hey Cassandra, shout out. She'll be excited that I called her out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Cassandra.
You
seem like a good human.
She's a really good human.
Nice.
And she has three little siblings. One of them is a boy, Leo, and he has the same shirt, obviously smaller because he's
I was going to say the same size?
7. No. She has the same shirt as me because we're both adults and we're both kind of similar sizes, but we all have matching t-shirts and
Nice.
Her brother is really excited about that. He was like, oh my God. And he loves Cassandra. So.
It's a nice shirt. You came here
shirt.
ready.
I was ready. Halloween.
I know.
Halloween.
You should feel special because on this podcast, this is the first time in a very long time that we'd be reviewing a bad movie. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Alejandro and I haven't done it in a long time. Writer's strike. Also, we got really busy. And
what have you been doing?
Just that loose format. But I'm really excited. We cannot do October without reviewing any scary movies.
Not at all. I've been binging.
Same here.
Horrible horror movies.
Bad movies. Speaking of which, this movie.
Oh, God.
Should we tell the baddies what movie we watched?
Let's do it.
Baddies, this week we watched Jeepers Creepers. You know, I gotta say, when you said this, I got so excited because
I was like, can we please review Jeepers Creepers? Because it's one of my all-time favorite bad horror movies.
Well, I watched this as a kid and it fucked me up.
For real? I watched it last year for the first time.
What? Where have you been?
Yeah. Oh my God. Not on horror. Not on, as I would call it, like horror talk, because TikTok has genres, right?
Yep.
So it's like strip talk, candle talk,
What?
witch talk.
Wait, what are these first two talks? How come those are suggestive immediately?
You're asking too many questions, okay?
Talk? Does that mean someone burns
candle as in like candle talk. People make candles.
Okay.
And they tell you how to fucking maintain your candles. Like it's the most wholesome TikTok.
Oh, I was thinking something
way
it's
literal
different.
candle talk. Like, I think a lot of TikTok sub-genres of TikTok are very literal. Right?
Yeah.
Candle talk.
Okay,
Candles.
I'm pretty sure
Strip
you could...
talk. Strippers.
That makes sense.
All
right, yep. Baddies, let's get into it.
Baddies.
We watched Jeepers Creepers.
We did.
This movie came out in 2001.
It did. Wait.
And it was directed by Victor Salva, who also plays the Creeper at some moments. I think the Creeper is played by 2 different actors. Some controversy regarding that director. You guys can look it up on your own. I don't really want to talk about it on this comedy podcast.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up. IMDb gave this movie a 6.2 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 45%. And do you want to guess the percentage of Google users that liked this movie, Kate?
I want to say, so I actually was Google's given it 4 stars.
4 stars. Oh,
yeah, as far as I researched, because I actually have all the notes you have.
Oh, you got that on lock as well.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Metacritic gives it a 49 out of 100. Cinema Score gives it a D on an A+ to an F scale. And several critics praised it for the first half and bashed the second half.
You know what? This all kind of makes sense.
Okay, so like Salva, who is the director, wanted the victims to be mostly male because he, quote, was tired of seeing women slaughtered and raped in films.
Holy shit. Yeah, that was happening a lot.
And that's why the main character, Derry's sister, is like hinted at being the victim for most of it. Because he wanted people to think it's going to be the woman who gets killed.
It's part of the twist.
Mm-hmm.
Did you, I'm sure upon your research, you found out that like this was kind of like inspired.
It was based on like a true crime that a brother and a sister witnessed when a husband was dumping his wife's body.
That's what it was.
Yeah, that's what it was. And, literally in my notes it says Gina Phillips, gorgeous, who's the actress
Trish.
who plays the sister. Yeah. Here we go. Based on Dennis Depew, who was caught by brother and sister dumping his wife's body. He killed himself the next day.
Whoa, I didn't realize he killed himself the next day.
Yeah, because he was caught.
Okay.
But the opening sequence in like one of the true crime TV series that covers this case is very similar to the opening of Jeepers Creepers, which is why people speculate that it was based on this true crime. But it hasn't been proven, and the director has not confirmed nor denied it. Thank you, Wikipedia.
Interesting. Yeah,
Shout
thank
out
you,
to Wikipedia.
Internet.
Thank you, Internet.
So, like, you watched this movie.
Yes.
Last year for the first time.
Yes.
What did you think of it immediately?
Immediately, I was like, what the fuck?
Well, did you know it was going to be a bad movie?
Yes,
Were you
I
prefaced?
did. Yes.
Okay. Because I was surprised after not watching it for like 20 years.
Yeah, I liked it more the second time.
I was kind of nervous.
Yeah.
Like to watch this.
Right.
When I started playing, I was just like, I remember this fucking me up. I remember I thought my eyes were going to get ripped out of my fucking face.
See, I wasn't paying attention. So for me watching it again, I was like, wow, I'm actually going to like watch it.
You know, it's good in the sense that Justin Long's great.
Justin Long did a great job in
Fantastic.
this. Amazing
The actress
job.
that plays Trish.
Yes.
Really good
gorgeous,
too.
amazing.
Their chemistry as siblings, really
So
good.
good.
Calling each other shit like butt munch or whatever the
Well,
fuck.
fun fact, so the budget was cut from the film. So the third act that the director had written for it was actually different than it's similar to the original ending. Like the ending is the same, but there was a lot more context that went into it. But they got a budget cut of $1 million.
Holy
so
shit.
a lot of the scenes in the last half of the movie are low-key improvised.
You're kidding.
Not even joking.
Okay, because it says right here the budget was $10 million, so it's supposed to be $11 million. Do you know how much it made at the box office?
Yes.
$59.4 million. A commercial success, which I remember it being like, why do you think this like worked out in 2001? It was very 2000s.
Yeah, I think it worked out because like I think even though it was kind of like a lot of critics praised the beginning and bashed the ending of the movie, I think a lot of people liked it because it was that gory, not in the sense of Quentin Tarantino, there are blood and guts everywhere, but it's like dead bodies everywhere. Like a fucking like
it was fucked up.
Weird thing is going on. It's happening. There's bodies stacked everywhere in
Well,
this
because
whole church
at first
basement.
it's just kind of, it's playful. First of all, it's hard for me to be scared in a movie that stars Justin Long. Right?
Yes.
I felt safe.
Yes.
I felt like he was cracking a joke every now and then until, they pass that church and they see Homeboy like dump two bodies.
Two fucking bodies just down a chute.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. And then afterwards it gets crazy when this guy chases them and starts bashing them from the back,
Be eating you.
It's thinking about it, it's so silly to think about the creeper going to like a dealership, bringing in his car, paying the extra fee to have a customized license plate. That says beating you?
Okay, but so the cars used in the film was a 1960 Impala and a 1941 Chevy COE with a cow catcher on the front. So the Jeeper Creeper car was a Chevy with a cow catcher on the front.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what they used?
Yeah. So it's like, what the fuck?
It's
like
so
this
specific.
man has had this car for, and he's
Hell
immortal.
long.
He's immortal. So where did he get this car?
Well, I mean, like, I was like watching YouTube videos. They're saying like, what is he? Is he a demon? Is he
That's
an alien?
kind of what they allude to, is that he's a demon.
Yeah, and that like it's hard to kill him because
Yeah.
obviously there's so many times where this the creeper should have died. They run him
Absolutely.
over 4 times in the middle of the
Like she
road,
straight up was like,
which I'm proud of
I mean, amazing.
because there's so many parts in horror movies where I say,
Like, girl,
come
run
on,
him over.
one more
Come
time,
on.
do it one more time. She did it 4
She double
times.
tapped him several times.
It posed a lot of those moments where you say like, hey, don't go there. Just keep.
Well,
Fucking
and what I
driving.
liked about Trish, the sister's character, is that she was like the whole time was like, we should not be doing this. Like, she's very much like, I'm tired. We need to go home.
She's a sensical one.
Fuck this shit. And then even when she double taps him with her car, she's like, fuck this shit.
You know what I will say though is that so many moments in the film, they're just staring.
They're just staring
for so
at
long.
shit.
They're-
Oh my God.
You could use that time to get away, buy some more time,
Like-
or try to fight.
Like
the
when
thing.
she sees the fucking truck coming towards her and she's just like,
They're both She says, "I don't know what I'm looking at." When the cop's head gets decapitated,
yes! I'm
And
like,
they're just watching it like a movie.
Run.
yeah. But my first like what the fuck moment though
Mm-hmm.
was truly when Justin Long falls down the chute.
And he finds the couple that's been missing for forever sewn together.
Crazy, crazy.
Because I missed that the first time I watched it. I don't know what I was doing, but I missed that part.
Dude, what's the creeper using to preserve these bodies? Because they
That's
look
what
pristine.
They look, well, one, they're like fucking fake. They're made of wax. So that kind of takes you out of it. But two, like, let's say, okay, it doesn't take you out of it. They're preserved. Like, what the fuck is he making in his goddamn chemical
What kind of
lab
solutions?
basement?
Yeah, because
That bitch like she looked amazing. She still had her makeup on from prom night.
Yeah, this is 23 years ago.
Yes.
Because they say every 23 years for 23
Yes, for
days the creeper comes out.
23 years, the creeper comes out and he kills people.
I feel like the creeper needs to update his fashion to be more incognito.
Oh God, yes. I was like, what's with the hat? What's with the jockey?
What's
and the fucking like ancient medieval axe he uses.
He has an axe to behead like the cop.
The first time I saw that, I was losing it.
Character design is wild. This guy is a moving scarecrow.
He is. I love when that woman is like, that's not my scarecrow.
Oh, dude. Trish and Derry get so many people
They
killed
get so
in this
many
fucking movie.
Fucking people killed.
So first off, they go to this diner.
Yeah.
Full of just these redneck
Rando people. Also, not that far, it seems, from where they were. Like, they found that they're not that far away from the church.
It seems like the diner is walking distance
From the fucking church.
So
And
all
it's-
these people must have
They're
seen
all
the
like,
shoot.
The church?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking
Also,
about?
Poppin' Diner. That diner at like 5 p.m. on a random Wednesday is just very popular.
Well, that's because it's the only diner in town.
That makes sense. That's the entire population of
Yeah.
the town. They're the diner.
And I love that they're all looking at, like, you see, I would see if I saw a teenage kid looking dirty as fuck with his shirt torn and his sister freaking the fuck out, I'd be like, yeah, call the cops.
Something's happening.
Something that he's either on like drugs or he saw something, and they're all like, huh?
Very reluctant to call the cops.
Huh?
Yo, and then like the payphone started
Oh, I
like going off.
know. I would be like, and then the guy's like, you gonna pick that up? I would not.
I'd be like, can you pick it up? You're the one that works here. I just happen to be standing next to the
I am
payphone.
freaking out, calming down my 19-year-old brother,
Yeah.
sir.
And I was confused as to like what that phone call was about at first because you
Oh,
don't.
yeah. You're like, I'm sorry, what the fuck? And
What
then
do you mean cats?
Cats. I was like, rats?
I see a bunch of crows,
I saw rats. I saw
Rats.
crows.
but no cats.
And then with the fucking old woman who's like, where the fuck are you? What the fuck are you doing on my property?
Poor woman.
I fucking love that actress, though.
She was great. She does look like a crazy cat lady.
She played Mrs. Peacock in Clue.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she did.
Wow.
And she made a cameo on Will and Grace.
Was Justin Long popular at this point?
I feel like I don't know.
Like, was this movie the one that put him on?
He put him on the map.
Yeah,
I feel like he wasn't that popular. I'm sure he was just getting started in his career as far as movies were going, but he had already been in a movie, I think, by this point. Like,
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean,
but he was in a sketch comedy group, I believe, or a comedy group in college, so he had already had the comedy background and the theater background, so this was him getting into the theater aspect of his career.
Have you seen him lately? He hasn't aged.
No, he has not aged.
He's in Barbarian. If you want to watch another kind of like interesting horror movie, watch Barbarian.
I fucking hated him in Barbarian.
Of course, yeah, he was like a
piece of shit.
Actor asshole is what
he was. I thought Justin Long and the woman who plays the sister, what's her name?
Gina something, right?
Gina Phillips. Gina Phillips did a great job.
Yeah, both
Gina
of them.
Phillips and Justin Long. They both did a great job. They both kind of expressed, for example, I would say Justin Long getting out of that hell pit where all the dead bodies are sewn together and he's really quiet. I'm like, that makes sense to me. I'd be fucking quiet. I'd be freaking out and then I'd be really in shock.
I mean,
you're going to be in shock.
They're making all the wrong moves at first.
Yes. And then when Gina Phillips realizes that the fucking creeper is real, then she goes into shock.
Oh, she was not. She was like, you probably banged your head.
But then when she saw it, she also went into shock like Justin Long, and she was quiet, and then she was speeding, and he was like, slow the fuck down, and she was like, ugh.
What would you do if you fell down that chute? Would you
One, I would not be near that shit. I'd be like, keep driving.
But let's say that
Let's say my stupid sibling is fucking curious, and I offer to go down the fucking chute because I'm the smallest in my family, and they always volunteer me. I would puke first.
Okay.
If I saw a dead body, I'd be like, "Bleh."
Okay.
All right.
Makes sense.
Then I would get the fuck out of there.
Oh,
I don't need to see
so
anything.
Bad in there.
Yeah, it smells like formaldehyde at least.
Yeah.
And formaldehyde makes me puke.
Yeah, it's a very smelly preservative.
It's a very specific smell of preservative. So and I've smelled it on decaying things before. I went into a natural science museum where they preserve taxidermy animals.
Interesting.
So I have smelled formaldehyde very up close and personal, and it makes me puke.
Yeah.
So I would puke, and then I would try to fucking get out of there. I don't need to know what's in there. I know what's in there.
Well,
I can smell it.
They were about to leave, but then someone responded to their yells. After Justin Long says, hello.
Yeah, well, then he goes up to the body, and the guy is in the mummy cast. And
he's already dead.
Rips out of it, and then he's like, and he points to his chest. His chest is ripped open, and then Justin Long's like, huh?
What just happened?
What just happened? Let me investigate more. No, girl. Mm-hmm. I would be trying to drag the body out, realize he's dead, leave him, go outside if I could. Call the fucking cops. You're far away from a payphone. Why are you even stopping? Yeah. I would literally get to the closest payphone and just call the fucking cops.
Well, she was just chilling in front of the chute for a very
long time. I would
time.
literally go into the church and try to fucking get my brother out of there.
There's an exit. If she had done a little more searching,
yes,
she would have found that exit that
he got out of it.
It seemed like it was an easy way to just escape. Fell down the chute.
See, these movies
left in 5 minutes.
These movies have such easy explanations after the fact,
which is why it's so fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're poking fun at it. I mean, it's crazy to see 600 bodies.
Yes, all linked together. That was my favorite part, I would say. I'm like, all the bodies linked together on the ceiling and shit, and how he described it as a Sistine Chapel of horror. I'm like, absolutely, yes.
Great.
And I love the fact that the creeper preserves these bodies for some reason. But it's I agree. It's very clear that the budget was cut because we would have gotten that explanation where we hadn't gotten it.
I think if we had more budget, we would have had a better set design.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because that was the most interesting set. I wish more shit happened in that cave.
Well, and then at the end when we go into the like warehouse where Justin Long is being tortured, it's like I'm like, this is also the best set. We got chains, we got water running everywhere.
To see more.
I wanted to see more, and the fact that it's like he's like
was he screaming at the end? He wasn't screaming. He was dead already, right?
No. He's screaming. That's the point. Is that the psychic's
shit, you're right.
Yes, the psychic's vision comes true. She sees him down in the basement screaming until he is basically his brain and eyes are gutted.
Yeah, see, that messed me up as a kid.
Yeah, no, he's screaming.
And his eyes were gone. And Creeper pops up from behind with his eyes. And it cuts.
With his eyes.
Wow, I feel like the people that wrote the song Jeepers Creepers
had no intention.
Mildly offended.
Well, Jeepers Creepers, Where'd You Get Those Peepers, was actually a song for glasses. Like
an advertisement?
Yes. Jeepers Creepers, Where'd You Get Those Peepers was an advertisement for glasses.
Oh, it's a jingle. That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I thought it was like an actual song that people would slap back in the day.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
I mean, it was, but like, no, it was
like,
an advertisement.
Wow,
it was a good song.
This ad is really going.
Yeah.
Let's all play it.
My dad remembers that ad.
Really?
Yeah.
What year did that come out? Like the 60s?
I don't remember. Like probably the 60s because he was born
around the time the Creeper got that truck. And the Creeper was just like, okay, bought the truck from the dealership, turned on the radio. That was the first thing that popped up. He was just like, this is what I'm going to kill people to.
This slaps.
This is my anthem. Oh, I freaked out the first time I saw the wing pop out. A little CGI wing.
Yeah.
And it was just one wing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just like a little flaccid wing.
You're like, whoa.
Like, whoa, you got those?
Oh, man, you got those. Yeah. What a wild ride of a movie.
Yeah. Let's talk about the kills real quick.
Yes.
First kill. We're not going to count the 2 bodies that were thrown in the chute.
No, we don't know what happened to them.
Yeah. Let's talk about the cops. The cops show up to the diner.
God bless. Yes. Okay. So like they go to the diner. They're like freaking the fuck out. Everyone in the diner is like, what the fuck are these bitches up to? Why are they freaking the fuck out? Also, how the fuck does this happen every 27 years?
23 years.
23 years.
Days.
And these people in the diner are at least 50 plus. And none of them know this is going on.
They're just like, I remember it happened 23 years ago. And that's it.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
What? So, which I guess I get because he's discreet and now his victim is out in public. So Justin Long is his newest victim and he's running around and shit. But
he gets addicted to the scent, which is why.
Yeah. Okay. We're in the diner. People are looking at Justin Long and Gina weird. And then they call the cops. The cops come. And then all of a sudden the waitress is freaking out. She comes inside. She calls them over and she's like, this guy was going through your car and your stuff. What the fuck? They go outside. All of Justin Long's clothes are strewn about, which was my first indication the first time I watched it that Gina was not the fucking victim.
Yeah.
Justin was, because I'm like, literally all of the clothes strewn out that he was fucking sniffing were Justin Long's.
Oh, that's it? His pink boxes?
All of them. That's it.
Yeah, he pulls out his boxers.
And he's like, now he knows my fucking name. And the cops are like, ooh.
No one's had their own name on boxers
in so long.
Since the 80s, maybe.
I get it.
No one's custom ordering underwear like that.
You're Sharpieing your name onto boxers so you don't get them confused with others if you're doing laundry in a dorm.
Oh, I guess so. That makes sense.
That's the only explanation I have.
Yeah. I mean, only guys could do it the way that girls' underwear are nowadays.
I don't know.
You cannot fit fine print on there.
Well, look at Gina's thong when she gets up from peeing in the grass. That's a fucking G-string. Where the fuck are you going to put your name?
I guess just right on the front, the little triangle.
In silver Sharpie.
Yeah, the shit that's covering her cooter.
Trish.
Yeah. Trish. Bless her heart, it's only a 5-letter name.
Trish. Yeah, she's got it.
Imagine if it was Amelia. It's have to really
you're
write
fucked.
it small.
Well, I know an Amelia that goes by Emmy, so you be fine.
Okay, there you go. Nicknames.
But still.
Okay, so when they pop out of the diner and they go, because the waitress that says, "Oh my God, come outside."
Get outside
I thought
now.
I was going to see like 10 dead bodies outside.
Yeah.
But it just looks like a bunch of hooligans broke into his car.
Yeah, and like fucking ransacked it. They didn't even steal anything. And they all were like, we saw him. And then they're like, now they believe them and the cops kind of believe them, but don't.
Yeah.
And then they fucking start escorting them to wherever, the precinct or whatever. And what I love the most is that it's like, okay, they get a call in, the cops do. And the cops get a call, and the other cops in the other line say, oh, do you have those pyromaniacs? Meaning Justin Long and Gina Phillips. And you're like, wait a second. So you now like went from not believing them at all to believing that they're pyromaniacs because the church is on fire. If I were them and I were a cop, I'd be like, oh my God, they were right. Someone went back and burned the church to hide the bodies.
Yeah. Obviously, there is a, they have an alibi. They've stayed at the diner.
They've been at the fucking diner. What
There's
are you
48
talking
people
about?
watching
Come
them
on.
next, like inside
For
the diner.
hours, from like dusk till like fucking like at least 10 p.m. Because they were there from like when the sun was setting till it was dark. I'm sorry, if they had been waiting there for like let's say 4 hours, that church would be burned to the ground.
Yeah.
With all that fucking preservative too.
Yep.
All those bodies. Are you kidding me?
Oh, do you think the flames would travel down into where the?
Oh God, yes.
Oh, so the evidence is gone.
Yeah, that's why
completely.
he burned it. That's why.
Wow.
He was like, oh, they found the bodies. Got to burn this shit.
Yeah. And so that's where now the cops are going to escort them, right?
Yeah.
To like the nearest city or some shit.
Or precinct or whatever.
Now I vaguely remembered this part. I was like, okay, I know the cops don't make it to the precinct.
They're fucking dead.
They're dying on the way. And I remember I was like, okay, I think the creeper pops up on the roof.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what person does this, but they open the car, or they open the window, and they peek out from like this.
And they get snatched.
She gets snatched. We don't see her die.
Immediately.
She's still alive in my eyes.
I don't know where she went. I'm pretty sure he smelled her and went gross.
Yeah.
And left her because that's what he does randomly. He smells people and then he's like, can't take a body part from you. You're not scared enough. And then dumps them.
Oh, is it the fear pheromone that he's looking for?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. Like, their body part can meld with him based on
He's
their
only
fear.
killing boys. Maybe boys are stinky
Yeah,
enough.
they're stinky.
These girls are just
These girls
taking
are
care of
gross.
themselves.
They're taking care of themselves. They're not scared of me. Ew.
Because we don't actually see a girl die.
No, that was a point, I think, of the director.
Like you were saying. The only girl that we see dead is the one from 23 years ago that has the ring.
and she's sewn into her boyfriend.
And we see her bazongas on there.
Oh my God. I literally wrote, we see see penis on the ceiling. You see like a little bit of penis on one of the dummies.
Yep.
And then you see her big ass titties.
Dude.
And I was like, what is with these huge fake titties?
If I was that girl and my
this
spirit
girl
was
is underage, bro. Like she's like max like 18.
Oh, shit. She's like-
she's in high school.
It was a
It's her
high school
senior
thing.
prom.
Yeah.
She's 17, 18, and she has these massive ass titties.
Imagine being that girl and then like you're haunting that place because your spirit.
Oh my God.
You go visit, you'd be like,
Pissed.
I look good actually. I look good.
I look so good.
And then the guy coming is just like, I thought my dick would look bigger.
It does, and it looks bad. She's like, shut up. My titties look so good.
My huge fear is dying naked. I don't want to die naked.
I don't care if I die naked. I don't care. I don't care.
Let me die naked. I'm fine with it.
Hopefully, if I'm like 95, it'll look ugly either way.
Oh, you're right. Now, even if I'm 95, like I want to be
You
in
wanna
a
look
decent shape.
good?
I'm down to die naked if I'm in shape.
How
Yeah.
can you be in shape at 95?
So in shape enough.
Like tea? Are you taking tea?
No, okay,
you
you're
on
right.
tea?
But if I'm gonna die early, let's say if I'm gonna die in the next 10 years from some like grisly murder.
I agree. I would not want. Well, I don't care if I'm naked.
Like
I'm dead.
I want the position that I fall in after being stabbed
Just
or
being
shot.
like,
Just like if I'm getting mugged in an alley, be like, whoa. 1 second.
Let me like position myself.
Let's
so
go to this part of the alley. Yeah, let's
sits in nicely.
Can we do it right there underneath the street lamp?
If you're gonna rip my clothes off, rip them like this, and rip them like don't do it rip them vertically.
Yes.
And I need to be positioned like this. Yes. And I need my legs up a certain way, and I need my hands up a certain way. I don't want you to just like fucking kill me.
And let me practice my scream.
Yeah, hold on. Wait, that's not good enough.
This killer's just waiting the entire time.
He's like,
I got other people to mug.
Yeah, wait a second.
Hurry the fuck up. Yeah.
It's like, well, wait.
I'll tell him.
Okay, I want to look good.
Stay away from the face. Cut anything but the face.
If you're gonna cut my face, cut it beautifully, okay? I don't want it to look like shit, okay? I don't want to look like I should be on botched, all right? Dr. DeBro and NASA need to fucking fix me. Don't fucking do that to me.
The cop in this movie gets beheaded.
He gets beheaded.
With the medieval axe.
Oh, like, okay, but like the first time I watched this, because I was like kind of distracted for most of the movie up until this point, and then like he pulled out that like medieval axe.
Yeah.
I fucking pissed myself. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
That's your weapon of choice.
I mean, why?
This guy is a demon, has long nails, could use brute force to kill anyone.
Also, okay, so he beheads the cop. The cop's head goes flying onto their car. They freak out. They pause. By the way, perfect that rigor mortis set in so that the cop car broke. Like it breaks, and then their car doesn't crash into the cop car.
No, that's not what happened.
Both cars stop perfectly adjacent to each other. Gina gets out. What's her name?
The creeper is driving the cop car. After he beheads the cop, I'm guessing he throws that body, this means that he knows how to drive. This guy's obviously knows how to drive.
He knows how to drive.
You're right.
Just because you're immortal doesn't mean you don't take some driver's lessons.
I know. This guy's living a normal life somewhere.
He's living.
Oh, you're right. Because if this happens every 23 years.
He knows what to do.
For 22 years, he's a normal dude.
Yeah. Or he's just cocooning himself somewhere.
Ah, you're right.
Right? It's like that X-Files episode where that creepy being is like, okay, there's an X-Files episode where this creepy being like vomits up a cocoon and preserves himself for 100 years or like whatever the years are. And then he comes out and he fucking like eats people and he can like slink through like drains
every
and
100
vents
years
or something. Like it's like 50 years.
See,
or
that's
something.
fine. If you go away for like a period of time, let humanity live for a little bit, and then you kill less people than a natural disaster.
In that episode, I was like, it makes sense that nobody remembers that this happened because nobody's alive to remember it happening. 23 years, I'm like, you remember, bitch.
That's recent enough.
It's like in It, when like Georgie in the newest movie gets his arm fucking ripped off, and he's like, bleeding out of the street, and that old woman like is like, and like looks away.
Yep.
Because she knows what's happening, but she knows it has to happen.
Because, it happens
it happens every certain amount of years, every odd years.
It's crazy that these horror movie monsters have a schedule.
Yeah.
They have an itinerary.
Girl, I wish I was that put together.
No. These guys have a Google calendar. They're like, oh, it's 2023? Oh,
gotta eat somebody.
If this movie came out in 2001.
Like, but does he eat like certain body? Like, okay, so the psychic was like, I want to eat he eats certain body parts.
Yeah. That
meld with him. I'd be like, I want a bigger dick.
Yeah. Oh, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Does he fuck?
The creeper fuck? Are there little baby creepers?
I want pretty eyes. Justin Long's eyes are pretty. I get
They're pretty, yeah. That guy is racially ambiguous.
He's
like, what are you?
What are you? Like, that's so stupid.
Yeah.
That's so stupid. He's racially ambiguous.
Racially ambiguous.
That's so
want
silly.
That.
That's so silly.
Tell me right now, what ethnicity is Justin Long?
He's Italian.
Oh. What? Nah. With the last name like Long, there's some Asian up in that thing.
No, he's Italian, I believe. His dad and his mom are like white people.
Okay, then you got me there. He's vague to me.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. But like, I'm like racially ambiguous.
Wait, okay. Let's talk about, they finally get to the, wait.
Yeah, okay, let's cut back. They behead the cop.
And then the creeper starts making out with this cop.
Okay, first off, that's what I was going to get to. Like, the cop gets beheaded, and then the sister what's her name?
Trish
sees the fucking head and is freaking out and then goes back to the car and then freaks out with Justin Long. And then they're like, holy fuck. And then they look back and the creeper has a silhouette going over, might I add, a meat sign. A shop that says Meat Palace or something like that. And he grabs his head and he's like, to the neck. And he's like,
in terms of art, well done.
Like, well done.
Well, this is so
it looks
artsy
like he's
fartsy.
straight up tonguing.
He is.
But like not even the front of the face. He's like tonguing like the neck and like the back of the head and eating him.
Once again, this guy's obsessed with specifically guys.
Yeah, he is. He's not into the ladies, which is fine.
Progressive. Maybe he's just upset because it's 2001 and it's not as socially acceptable.
He's like, no one gets me.
No one gets me. I just want a bigger dick.
Everyone's like, gay?
That creeper's gay. Every 23 years, this gay creeper comes creeping around. Don't worry, ladies. Y'all are safe. He just goes around for dick.
He just goes around for some big ass dick and some pretty ass eyes. All right, you're safe, ladies. Don't you worry.
You're
about
ugly.
It.
You got a small dick. You are a pretty black man. You should be worried.
Watch out. Watch out. If you're a handsome man, be careful.
Dude, the attack of the gay creeper is wild.
The attack of the gay creeper.
Jeepers creepers.
Okay, but can I tell you something?
What?
So there's a joke on the LGBTQ like subreddit / Twitter threads that says the Babadook is queer coded. It's a gay movie. And they're like every so often, like when it's like Pride Month or something, they'll be like Babadook.
What evidence in the Babadook make
No clue. I have no clue, but this is like a fucking joke within the like queer community.
Okay, so
that the Babadook is queer coded.
Well, let's add Jeepers Creepers to that.
Jeepers Creepers is queer coded.
Yeah, man. Creeper just trying to find. Creeper just trying to creep.
He's just trying to creep. He's just trying to look good.
Yeah,
like he's
that's
trying
all
to
it
get
is.
that hot girl vibe.
Oh no,
like,
he has to kill some people to get that body. Oh no, there's 600 bodies stapled to the cave. Oh no.
Whatever. Like, to be honest though, I'm pretty sure the only reason he killed that prom girl was because she was with the man and he had no choice. He had no choice.
That's what it was. You're just like, you're collateral damage.
I can't have you be a witness.
He's just like you.
He just had to behead her. He sewed her head back on.
He made her look good.
She had great titties.
Yeah, so at least like
she looked good. Her titties were nice and perky. Her head was back on. Her makeup was all there.
He sewed her head back on. That's so sweet of him.
Yes, of course it is.
So sweet of him.
He did the right thing. And then he sewed them together because they were a couple.
Yeah, that's
And they were holding hands.
This guy's looking for love.
And he did not thieve that nice gold class ring.
No, he left it on there.
He left it on there.
He was like, I understand the sentimental
I get
value.
I get it.
I'm just
gonna
need your body
preserve
part.
The love that is in these two people.
Yeah. The Creeper. Creeper's the MVP of the movie for sure.
I think so. I think everyone just misunderstands him. And I think Justin Long's a bitch for getting in his way.
Well, let's jump to the precinct.
Yeah.
First of all, the precinct of this very small town has the most cops.
It is so big.
And they're all working the same shift.
Okay, first off, the cop gets beheaded. The creeper makes out / eats the head. Then they go to the precinct where they meet the psychic who was telling them hey, did you see the cats? Did you hear this? Did you hear that? Da, da, da. And right off the bat, people are still trying to be they're crazy. And you're I don't understand. We've had a lot of shit happen tonight.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of shit happen.
Yeah, I don't understand.
No cops went out to that cop car and went what happened to these two cops?
There was no communication.
That's a lie.
There's something called walkie-talkies.
Also, that's a lie. If two cops go missing, everyone's on that shit. Let's be real.
Nah, these guys were chilling having donuts.
They're meh.
And then Giselle comes through. Giselle says I traveled a long way to get to y'all. And they're just oh, Jazz, get out of here.
Get out of here, you loon.
You crazy loon.
You're crazy. Also, she traveled a long way.
How do they know her?
How do they know her? Also, like, she's right because her predictions come true, obviously. So why are you second guessing this woman?
Yeah. Even like Trish and Derry, after seeing what they had seen,
They're like, huh?
I'd believe anything at that moment.
I'd be like, you're absolutely fucking right, and I'm listening to you. And then when Trish gives her shit and is like, you fucking led us somewhere where doors are locked. How dare you? You didn't fucking believe her to begin with, okay? You didn't fucking believe her.
Yeah.
So why are you giving her shit, okay? She's trying her best.
It took Justin Long so long to realize that Jez was the woman on the phone. It took him like 5 minutes. He said, "Oh my God."
And I'm sorry, that woman, that actress has such a distinct voice.
Yes.
She has such a distinct cadence and way of speaking. Like,
she has a trustworthy voice.
I love her. Can you Google what else she's been in? Because I know she's been in a couple of things. And she has like the sweetest fucking voice.
She is. I felt bad for her when Mr. Creeper came around.
Oh my God. Well, I don't think he killed her.
He didn't. No, I felt bad for her because he smelled her and was just like, nah.
Well, I think it's like I think that I love that though. I love that she wasn't killed because it would have been way too easy to just kill her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It would have been easy to just be like, stab, 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 everyone's dead. What I liked about it, and I think it goes back to what the director was saying at the beginning of our episode, is that it's very easy to kill women in horror movies. It's very easy to like, you know, just stab, 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 rape, pillage, whatever the fuck to women in any horror movie, any like subgenre of horror. It's very easy to placate to the idea that women are victims. But I like that even when that woman was caught up and smelled and like he was like tasting her to see if he could take one of her guts or whatever, he still let her go. And it's like, oh, okay, so like not everyone has to get slaughtered. And I think that's a really cool aspect of the Jeepers Creepers villain, is that he does not.
He's selective.
And
part of the mystery that we have to unravel is why is he selective? Why is he killing? Why is he selective?
Do you think he's selective because of his genetics? Like it's like a blood transfusion, you know, you can't just like fucking transfuse, is that the word? Any blood?
I don't. Oh, you think he has like some dietary restrictions?
Well, you know, like he's not eating them to like be like he's eating them / putting their body parts, and putting them into his.
So he has to be kind of like streamlined with the type of bodies that he's.
And I wonder if it has to do with like how fast do they decay, how fast do they preserve.
So let's talk about it. So the first thing he eats is the cop's tongue. He likes that cop's tongue.
Yeah, he
Decent
does.
looking cop, right? He's just like, I like your tongue. Give me your tongue, cop. You dirty little pig. Give me your tongue. So he likes the cop's tongue. And then he saw Justin Long, and it was like,
I want that bitch's eyes. Ooh.
Yeah, dude. Man, Creeper just gay.
He's gay as hell.
So in that precinct, we see a bunch of these people. So he was walking with a limping leg into the precinct, if you notice that. Meaning that he's looking for a leg.
Yeah.
Because he just got run the fuck over 4 times by Trish.
he has to get a leg.
And so he finds, what is that?
I don't know.
What are you insinuating?
He's gay.
He's just, he wants a third leg is what it is. Yeah. So he goes into the
legs.
Damn, dude, he's just trying to get some shit.
Yeah.
And where do they kind of get down and dirty? Up in prison, bitch. Well, it's just like a correctional. It's like jail. That's all it is.
It's like before jail.
Yeah, he likes bad boys. That's why he went to the precinct.
Likes bad boys.
Went into the cell. He was just like you.
Just
I want
like
your
that's
leg.
why he was like sniffing Justin Long's like underwear and shit. He was like, this boy does not wash his clothes.
Oh, dirty.
He's a bad boy.
Dirty boy. We're changing this movie. This movie is just destroyed for some
Please,
people.
Someone make a fanfic off of this.
Dude.
He's like into Justin Long.
Can you imagine a fanfic of this? Like, oh my God, it's spring break in Florida.
I'm so tired.
I want to take the long way home. Let's go use this remote highway near this bloody church. It's hot. I'm gonna pee here. Oh no, is that a bat? Justin, starring Justin Schlong. But
they're in the precinct. He comes in with a broken ass leg.
yeah.
The psychic is like, I don't know what to do with y'all.
I dreamt it.
And also the fact that she tries to tell them, I think what a key component of the end is that she tries to tell them that Trish is going to die and not Derry, Justin Long's character. I think that's her still trying to change their fate.
Well, because Justin Long says, like, who's it going to be? Who's going to be the one screaming, listening to Jeepers Creepers?
If it was just, I think the reason why she said it was going to be Trish was she was still trying to save them by creating a discourse, a rift in the events.
I think she probably says it doesn't always come true. I have gaps. I'm just warning you. And so, which is proven because even though her visions had said it's Trish, it had swayed.
Well, I think afterwards when Trish confronts her, she even kind of confirms she knew it was Justin Long. She wanted to try to change it.
Gotcha. All right.
Which is why she didn't just come out and say it. She used, and that's why she started talking to them, because she was like trying to change the fate of the events, trying to change the course of the actions. But it didn't work out.
Didn't work out that way.
Didn't work out, girl.
You saw the cop whose heart just got ripped out of him.
Oh my God.
I was just like, why are you going that far?
Why are we doing this?
Without your homies, man?
Yeah.
Got his heart taken because Creeper's just looking for a good heart.
He's just looking for love.
Looking for love is all it is.
Tequila.
Yeah.
And Jeepers Creepers looking for love.
I would watch a Jeepers Creepers reality show where
Jeepers Creepers looking for love.
Yep, man. Jeepers Creepers looking for a keeper is what it is. Yeah.
Jeepers Creepers looking for a keeper. Do an interview. Like, oh, my name is Stephanie. I'm 24 years old. I've been in some short-term relationships before, and I'm just looking for a long-term guy. I want someone who's serious. I want someone who takes care of themselves and maintains their body, because I'm all about fitness.
I just want someone that'll just like sweep me off my feet.
My name is Bradley, and I'm really into fitness, and I just really want a guy who also is into fitness and how they look and maintains themselves. And I really think it's important to explore. I really am down for car rides. I'm down for exploration. I'm down for hikes. I'm down for sightseeing. I just want someone who's been everywhere.
It would be fun. It wouldn't be boring to be with Creeper. Creeper had a chiseled bod at the end.
Creeper is getting it.
Creeper wearing too big of clothes. That's what I'm saying. He needs like a fashion update.
He stripped of those clothes. Later on. He was eating that goddamn prisoner, that poor man in the jail cell, and eating his goddamn body parts, and then got jacked.
All these cops, by the way, very much like stormtroopers.
I know.
Horrible aim.
Horrible.
They're all shooting at the staircase.
They're like, pew, 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 pew,
These
pew.
are trained cops.
Yeah, well.
No, they're just regular cops. Let's just say they're cops.
This is like rural, like what? Kentucky?
Florida.
That's it. Rural Florida.
And Florida's already crazy.
Florida's crazy.
And this shit's happening. They're just like, yeah.
Yo, Florida's insane.
Mm-hmm. They're just like, yeah, that shit like Jeepers Creepers, that happens.
That makes sense.
After that, a good scene was the one-sided, like when they're inside of the investigation room or interrogation room. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And Creeper's looking at them through the one-sided mirror that they can't see him.
Yes.
And then he breaks through. That was a good scene. To me. And then this entire time, he takes Justin Long. Mm-hmm. Trish is offering herself. Mm-hmm. And I think this was like a really good part of the movie.
But that's the point. I think with a lot of like these characters that are like fear-based, like other characters that want you based on your fear of them. She was not scared at that point. She was not scared of being taken. She was not scared of like sacrificing herself, which is why he was like, meh.
Yeah. He was just like, okay, whatever.
You're not scared of me. He is.
He was very scared.
He was so scared.
I know. She was throwing shade. She was just like, I'm the stronger one.
Low-key, though, she is.
Yeah, she kind of was, yeah.
Low-key, though, she was.
When I'm about to die, I don't want to hear my sister say, whoa. You think you're the stronger one?
But I'm sorry, but if that took you out of if that took you out of the moment, then you would be the stronger one because you'd be like, hold on, bitch, I'm not scared anymore. Now I'm just pissed.
But he definitely was scared.
He was scared shitless.
It's crazy that when you are scared, you do release a certain type of pheromone.
Yeah, you do.
That certain animals that
they can
stalk
tell.
prey.
My dog knows when I'm scared. Like she can tell.
Mm-hmm.
She can tell I'm scared, or if I'm like anxious, she knows.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's just like,
this is why she gets protective and whatnot.
She gets protective, or she'll start like licking my hand. She'll be like, calm down.
That's what they needed was more animals. Like the cats were able to sense the creeper
and
from
also,
a while.
plus that no animals died in this.
Thank you.
Wait.
Do we know if any animals died? Because when he goes into the crazy cat lady's house.
But it's not shown.
Yes.
That's what I appreciate.
Good.
It's like you don't have to fucking see it.
Yeah, for newcomers to the podcast, if you're unaware, there's a website called Does the Dog Die?
Does the dog die? And it's not only about does the dog die, it gives you way more context about triggers. Does any animal die? Does a cat die? Do animals get tortured? Are there torture scenes of humans, cats, dogs, animals? Are there and they'll like list any phobias as well. So it's a very, very, very good website to look up before you see a movie, whether you're going to see it in theaters or hanging out with your friends.
Yeah.
Does the dog die?
I need to know.
Me too.
And no dogs die.
I can't handle it if animals die. I will not.
That'll easily take my rating of a movie from a 5 out of 5 to a 3 or 2.
Because I'm sorry, you shouldn't have to write that.
Yeah, I understand placing a dog in the movie to make us freak out, but don't actually kill the dog.
Don't kill the dog.
Yeah.
Like make
kill
us,
as many humans.
Like seriously, honestly,
People suck.
That sounds like shit, but like people suck. Also, I don't want to see an innocent animal die.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to see that.
Yeah. And thank God we don't.
Yeah, no,
we only
don't.
see Justin Long get taken away.
Yeah, his eyes get like fucking gouged out behind
I thought there was
going
to be more to the movie, but this is like where they were probably going to add a little
budget
bit more.
cuts.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he flies away.
Yeah, they fly away like fucking like I don't even know.
And she tries to run after him.
Yeah, she does. Oh, poor thing.
Which how does she get from the top floor of the precinct to the bottom floor
She's great.
and outside
She's
fast?
a fucking runner, man.
Yeah.
She's on like cross country or something.
She did something. She's
done something.
Because she had a chance.
Like
she had a chance to catch up.
Usain Bolt.
Yep.
Adrenaline does crazy things, though.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, in those moments, if my brother was in this situation, I would definitely sacrifice
I'd literally
myself.
jump out the window. I'd jump out the window and I'd like grab onto them. I'd be like, absolutely fucking not. You're not taking my sister.
Like, what smell could I excrete to make myself more
I don't even
valuable
care.
to you?
I'd literally just like, what are you doing pleading with the motherfucker? I'd fucking like,
Yep. I'd grow wings of my own. And
I
try
would.
To fly
I
after
would
them.
literally just like gouge his eyes out. I'd like,
Yeah, you take
You know
my
what I
brother's
mean?
eyes, an eye for an eye.
I'll take yours. Or like, I don't know. I would just like jump on that motherfucker. I'd just claw at him. I don't know. You never know. But even then, it's like when you're in shock, you don't know. It's easy to like say like horror movies are so stupid.
I know we've been making fun of how they just stare at people
But
dying
honestly,
for a
who
long time.
hasn't when you're in a bad situation, girl? Like, you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Even at like house parties and someone's like puking on the lawn, you're like, whoa.
Yeah, I've never been in an altercation before, a physical altercation.
I've seen fights and I'm like, whoa.
And I kind of just like sit there and I black out for a bit. And
Yeah,
then I see something
you're
crazy.
like, is this happening?
That just happened, yeah.
This just happened.
Wow. So, okay, I don't blame her.
No.
Yeah. With that being said, let's get to our ratings of the film.
Okay.
Let's get to I
Let's
kind of want to
do
look up
it.
on Rotten Tomatoes what critics or what audience people said about this movie.
Are you talking about?
Like Rotten Tomatoes reviews.
I got it.
Oh, you got it?
I don't have the reviews, but I have the ratings.
Oh, we got the ratings. We said the ratings already, but
yeah, go for it. Go look at the reviews.
Give me a second. Well, my personal rating of this movie, I'm going to give it for what it is. I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5. It's a fun one. It's a fun one. It's one of the sillier, bad, scary movies that I would watch again.
I would give it a 4. Simple.
4.
Well, I would give it a 4.5 actually.
Wow, that's high up there.
No, I'm not. 4.
Okay.
4. A solid 4. Because when I first watched it, I would have probably given it a 3.5. But knowing that the budget was cut, I give it a 4.
Okay.
They did well with what they had.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
They did well with what they had, and the second time around when I watched it, I was like, actually, this makes sense. There's not like any plot that's missing, in my opinion. I just think it's cut short a little, but you still get the gist of it. And what I like about it is that it's still like scary horror. You don't see blood or anything, but you're still like spooked.
Yeah, I would say so.
So like 4, a solid 4.
I think that is a fair rating. Here, I found some reviews from Rotten Tomatoes.
Let's go.
The first one I see, it's from Patrick B. Gave this movie half a star out of 5 stars. Homeboy's mad. He's mad. Half a star.
Not even a full star. He was like, fuck this shit.
Patrick B says, the director/creator of Jeepers Creepers is an actual creeper and his victim was a 12-year-old boy. Too real. That sucks. Yes, it does suck. But we all still kind of listen to Ignition.
What? Wait a second. What do you mean?
Oh, you didn't know about that?
No.
Oh,
what?
I thought you knew. So
No.
Victor Salva, the director of Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2, and he plays Creeper in both 1 and 2.
Right.
He served a short sentence for creeping on a 12-year-old. Yeah.
Whoa.
Child pornography type shit. So that
oh
stuff.
my God.
Sucks.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, that's why this movie is also controversial and it kind of. I didn't realize that until 5 minutes before he came over. So
that sucks.
that does suck. Okay.
Okay. And here's what I have to say to that. Is that I think, in my opinion, you separate the art from the artist. However, it's good to, when you separate those two, to acknowledge why you have to separate it.
Yep.
Okay? It's not just about, I'm going to separate the art from the artist and move on with my life. It's, I can appreciate the art, but here's why the artist is a trash ass hoe.
I agree. Moving on.
Yeah.
This person gave it a 4.5.
Okay.
Out of 5. Delkia W. I don't know what kind of name that is. That's awesome. Gonna always be a classic thriller. Visuals were great for this time. Ending is still haunting.
Yes.
Okay.
You know what's still haunting?
What?
You know what's still fucking good?
What?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I was about to offer that up to you.
Oh my God.
Even though it's
I
like a
love
slow
it.
burn in the beginning.
It's so good. Okay, I watched it for the first time.
Which is crazy
month
that it was just
ago.
your first time.
And I was like, because no one in my family watches horror except my
So
sister
good.
Gina, and I love my sister Gina, but Gina and I don't have the same opinions on horror.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to watch things with her. I watch things with my little sister Cassandra. Hey, shout out again, Cassandra, who's technically my cousin. My
Shout
sister.
out to your technical cousin,
Shout out Cassandra. Period. But what I love about Texas Chainsaw Massacre is I still found it gory and creepy and haunting. All these years later, it's still so good. It's not even corny. Like, there's no part of it that I would consider corny. It is perfect for the times.
Oh, the rest of the movies kind of suck.
Well, yeah, I haven't watched them, but the first movie, the first
movie's incredible.
Movie.
Was Jeepers Creepers 2 better than this?
I don't think so. I don't remember it.
Okay.
So there you go.
One last review. Let's do one right in the
Yes.
middle. This is from Patrick C. Gives it a 2.5 out of 5.
All right. I can get it.
There are some good things, but mostly this was boring and kind of dumb. Disagree that it's not boring.
I don't think it's boring. I think it's kind of dumb.
It's kind of dumb for sure. Come on. It's kind of dumb.
You're not wrong about that, but you're wrong about it being boring.
Have you
It's
seen the
not
character
boring.
design? Yeah. He says, I like the 2 main characters and their relationship. Highly agree. Trish and
Okay,
Derry,
but why is it
great
boring then?
chemistry.
Because they're in every goddamn scene.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Why is it boring then? What do you mean?
The monster is kind of unique, but not scary. I would agree with that.
I would agree with that, but here's the thing that I disagree with that statement. I really actually like the monster reveal in this because most of the time, unlike Texas, most of the time the monster reveal is very blasé and sad, and then you're like, you see them once, and then the rest of the time people are getting slaughtered in horror movies, and then you're just kind of like, okay. In this, you see it and you see it and you see
Over
it
and
again.
over and over again.
It's not like whoop, there's a blurb of it and you're freaked out. It's, we see it and we see it and we see it again. Yeah. And then you're supposed to get continually like, oh shit, what the fuck is that? Like, you're supposed to question it.
Like, I agree. I'm not scared of the creeper, but I am curious as to what he is.
What the fuck is that? And I think that's missing in a lot of horror movies of like, okay, yeah, I'm a little freaked out because I don't know what's going on. But that's the point. Is it's like if I don't know what's going on, of course I'm gonna get freaked out. I want to be freaked out by what's going on. Like Leatherface. Leatherface is freaky as fuck.
Incredible. Maybe we should just do an episode on Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Next episode. It's still October.
Still October. We can still do it.
We can still do it.
It's my favorite franchise right now, especially because I'm playing the video game. The video game is so good.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
One last thing. Who is the best person on set? Who would you give the best person on set award to?
Oh, God.
For Jeepers Creepers.
It's a toss-up between Justin Long and Gina Phillips. They both equally do well. I think that Justin Long does well because this was one of probably, I'm guessing, his first, not breakout roles, because it actually did get pretty, like, critically acclaimed when it came out. Not, like, positively, but it did get a lot of media, right? So he got a lot of attention as an actor from it. And I really enjoyed him in it, actually. Like, his acting, how he portrayed himself, how he carried himself. I really enjoyed it. It was believable for someone going through something horrific. And Gina as well. Gina also, like, going through it with him, being like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I'm scared, but I'm not as scared as you. She didn't see what he saw. And then when she did, she had the same reaction he did. And I think that their dynamic, their chemistry was so positive. It's one of those rare movies that it shows a boy-girl scenario where they're not romantically involved. They're siblings in this case.
It was a good move to make it a sibling thing.
It was a good move to make it a sibling relationship. And I think that that is so rare in horror movies or in movies in general with a boy-girl character dynamic where they are like, let's fuck the romance. Let's just make it platonic. Let's make them brother and sister. Like, let's make them best friends. And the fact that it's believable. Like, they fuck around with each other. One of the things that I really loved was that they played games with each other. The license plate, the rhyming, the fact that they made everything into a rhyming game. And that even when they were scared, they were trying to goof off with each other and make each other comfortable. Like, that was really powerful to me. I think they took it a long way. And the fact that they improvised a lot of the end bits because the budget was cut and they still killed it. Fuck yeah. 10 out of 10. I would give it to both of them.
To both of them?
Yeah.
Okay. So it goes to both Gina and Justin. Okay.
Amen.
I'm going to give mine to Justin Long. Justin Long, he... I don't know. Maybe I'm biased because I really like Justin Long.
Of course.
I love Accepted. I love seeing him in Barbarian. And I think that he played a really good brother. This. A really good brother.
Absolutely.
He plays scared very well.
10 out of 10. He played scared.
Plays worried.
So well.
He's it's easy having watched a bunch of horror movies recently. It's easy to see a bunch of actors not be believable when they're freaking the fuck out. But I believe that he was as scared as he was, which is why he got taken away by Creeper. So, yep, my best person on set award goes to Justin Long.
I'd agree with that.
Kate, is there anything else you want to say about the movie? Thank you for bringing the movie to the table.
Just watch it with an open mind. It is corny. It is bad. But at the same time, I think the more you watch it, the more you like it. I think it's a cult classic. I think it's going to continue to be a cult classic. And I think that the younger generation will come to appreciate it more than maybe our generation does because it came out when we were, cognitive. As I would say, it's not even that you're alive, it's that you're cognitive to take it in. So I think it's going to be a cult classic all the way. 10 out of 10.
I would say have fun with it. Don't go
into it thinking don't go into it thinking you have to take it seriously.
Creeper is no Hannibal Lecter.
No. Oh God.
This is not Silence of the Lambs.
Bless. I love Silence of the Lambs.
This is not Hereditary. This is not an A24 film.
It is not.
This is a not lighthearted, but it is
very indie cult classic.
Like if you're an adult, if you're in your 20s and you watch this, you're going to be able to sleep that night.
Go into it like you would Rocky Horror Picture Show. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go into Rocky Horror Picture Show with an open mind and rice in your hands.
Yep. And if you've already watched this movie, then you know exactly what you got into.
Yeah.
And that's why you clicked on this thing.
Yeah, you did.
I'm
Kate,
sorry. Thank you so much. Until next time, and
Of
there will be a
course.
next time.
Yeah,
you know
there
that
will.
I'm gonna need you when Alejandro's out again. By the way, baddies, listeners out there, if you guys are wondering what Alejandro is, he's very, very, very busy.
He's very busy. I'm Alejandro now.
You're Alejandro now.
Can you tell from the glasses?
I know. Wow, Alejandro, your voice is way different.
I've glammed up.
Wow. And when he comes back, he's.
I had a lot of plastic surgery.
Wow.
Yeah.
You paid a lot of money for that.
It was
Alejandro.
money well spent.
There you go. Kate, any last words to leave the listeners with?
Happy October. Have a great Halloween. Stay safe and don't drink and drive.
Yep. Don't do none of that stuff.
Don't do none of that stuff.
Bye, baddies.
Bye, baddies.
See ya.
Mwah, mwah.